But I mean, if you're into weeb stuff, it's not all Akihabara. Of course, that's like the big mainstream place.
I personally recommend for weeb stuff that's not Akihabara, Nakano.
Nakano Broadway.
Nakano
I was going to
Broadway.
say, because I feel like with Akihabara, you get overwhelmed. And maybe that's what you want. Maybe you want to be overwhelmed with weeb stuff. But the problem with Akihabara is that it's very, very much aligned with, let's say weeb culture, as opposed to, you know, more other underground anime culture, which you can find more cool stuff in Akihabara, I'd say. No, more cool stuff in Nakano Broadway, because the way I describe Akihabara is, it's just like, imagine if you're on the convention floor, right? That's basically Akihabara, where you're in the dealer's hall. That's Akihabara. Nakano Broadway is more like the artist alley, where you can get more of like the more stuff that's
There's
not
a few
like
shops around there.
Like the unconventional stuff.
The unconventional
right?
stuff,
yeah.
right?
Like in Nakano Broadway, you know, there's a store on the first floor where they just sell nothing but old anime cells.
Yeah.
That place is really dope. And then there's other ones
Exactly.
that are like from like 40s and 50s Japan styled stuff and everything. Huge manga store there.
If you like retro games and you want GameCube games or something that's really cheap, there's a place called Book Off.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Book Off sells a lot of retro
Secondhand
games.
stuff.
Yeah. And
I mean, that's
there's so many, dude. I saw like Super Mario Sunshine in box for like 600 yen.
Yeah.
So like $5.
Nice.
Yeah,
Like-
Book Off is like it's like a big chain here, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can find Book Offs in most major places. There is a Book Off somewhere. So if you want a good deal for secondhand stuff, just
There's like a
check
bunch
out
of them.
Book
There's
Off.
Book Off, which is mostly focused on like books and games and stuff like that. And then
Yeah.
there's another one called, the name's horrible, but it's called Hard Off. They didn't really think that one through. Which is more like kind of like secondhand like appliances, and like you can get games at Hard Off as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Book Off you can also buy like secondhand clothes as well. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
As well,
Which is
yeah.
pretty good. And then there's another one. There's another version of the Off series. What I forgot.
Off.
Yeah, Ride Off. I don't know what.
Yeah.
Sigma Off.
Yeah, because like
Fuck off.
my big problem with Akihabara isn't just the fact that it's like all anime, which, you know, that's not really an issue. It's just like you can't really find anything else. So like if you want to go out for a nice meal afterwards, there's nothing really around Akihabara.
I think the only thing I've had in Akihabara is the Royal Host and the ramen. The ramen.
The
A
ramen.
lot of ramen.
Or if you want to
That's
drink,
decent ramen, to be fair.
yeah.
But
Or if you want like, sorry, go.
No, I was about to say, but what I love about Nakano is that Nakano not only has this like kind of cool underground, like especially in Broadway, the whole anime and like weeb shit.
Yeah.
But once you go outside of the Broadway section of Nakano, which is just one building,
Yeah.
then it has some of the coolest bars and restaurants and stuff like. I mean, the JoJo bar is in Nakano.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So that's the perfect reason to go to Nakano. That's a business I do want to stay afloat, Connor.
Yeah.
It's like Grinder.
Fuck, yeah.
Grinder.
Go to Dio in Nakano, the JoJo bar. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's a place that we want to stay in business, not the maid cafes.
Yeah.
Bring your business to the JoJo bar.
You have to check
Dio
if it's
in
open
Nakano.
on Twitter, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to follow them on Twitter, see if it's open.
Even though the Google hours say whatever, he tweets out whether he's open or not.
Yeah,
So you
Because
have
it's
to check.
literally just one person
one
running
dude.
this
One
bar.
dude, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like
Very cool
that's
bar.
another reason to go to Nakano. But aside from that, there's just so many other cool places and other cool restaurants and bars that you can go to in Nakano. And it's one of those places where you can just stumble upon a place. You know, you don't need to Google, you don't need to do a mail in and like Google which one's like 5-star or something. It's one of those places that you can just get lost in and you're just like, oh, that place looks cool.
Because everything's so tight knit.
Yeah.
And there are like so many tiny restaurants and bars and stuff like that in Nakano.
Yeah, because like I'm like when I go on holiday, right? I'm not the kind of person who is just like planning out everything. I don't have an itinerary. What I prefer is just going into a cool area and just discovering stuff for myself. You know, that's the kind of traveler that I am, and yeah, and
Wandering
Nakano.
traveler he is.
Well, yeah. What a travelled man. The
No, it's,
monk in him sure knows.
of course, and Nakano is like one of the best areas for that as well.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder. So we've gone to Akihabara. What else is something that like you might consider? You know, I think even though, you know, we don't really go there that often anymore because I feel like it's very much you've got to do it while you're here. Just do a tabe nomi hodai. Just go crazy for it. To go to like a cheap izakaya.
Oh,
just
yeah,
eat
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
drink
yeah.
everything. It's like X amount. For
Do you remember
1
how
hour.
many times we went to like Kinokura and did the
Dude,
2
I
hour?
love
Yeah. Oh
Kinokura,
my
dude.
God.
The 2 hour
I
all
love
you
it.
drink.
Yeah.
You've got to go to a Kinokura if you like to drink and eat a lot.
Go
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Kinokura on a Monday, it's 100 yen beers.
Oh,
Yeah.
Boys,
If there's
beers out, boys.
if there's 2 words you need to learn in Japan, it's not none of this like fucking konnichiwa, arigato shit.
Kore wa pendesu shit.
Yeah, Kore, no, you don't need to know that. Fuck
No.
that shit. Osusume, as Conan just said, and nomi hodai,
Yeah.
which is all you can drink, which is the only 2 words you really need, right?
Also,
Yeah.
tabe hodai.
Or
means to
tabe
eat.
hodai.
Tabe and nomi hodai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tabe
Nomi
is
hodai.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah, all you can eat, or you can drink.
I feel like you'll know it's nomi hodai because it'll be very bright and it'll have a number.
Yeah.
It'll be like 2,000
And you'll see a picture of
Yeah.
a lot of drinks.
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
like 2,000 something or if you see a timer, like 2,000 plus 60 something,
Yeah.
you're either about to hire a person for illegal activities or you're going to be having an all you can drink. So fun for all the family, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly.
Basically, yeah, just go to an izakaya. Do you recommend going to a chain one or
Yeah,
like,
fuck yeah. Do you go to a Kinokura, dude?
Yeah, Kinokura
It's
or
got
like
English on the tablet.
Yeah,
That's true, that's
true.
Kinokura or like a Torikizoku or like any of those like chains. Like, although it's not like the highest of quality in terms of food, but like I think if you want like
Tori, what's it called again? Tori, the one.
Torikizoku.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
decent.
Torikizoku's good.
fuck
I
with
really
that.
like Torikizoku.
It's literally
like
just all yakitori. right?
yakitori. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you can. I think they have nomi and tabe hodai.
They
Yeah,
do.
they
So
do,
you can
they
get
do.
all you can eat
Yeah.
and all you can drink meat and beer.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
And honestly,
come the
we're,
fuck
we're,
on.
we're saying the food isn't that good, but I remember coming here.
no, it's bomb.
compared,
It's bomb.
It's fucking amazing compared to probably
just been-
where you're
we've been
from.
spoiled
or
living
like,
in Japan.
We have been spoiled. Our food tastes. We've become food snobs because
I remember the first day that Connor came to Japan and I took him to a Kinokura the
Yeah.
moment he got off the plane.
Yeah.
And he was like, it's 100 yen for a beer? And I'm like, yep. And he was like, oh, but it's probably like a cup, right?
No.
Out comes a fucking like pint. And he's
Yeah.
like,
It's good.
this is the greatest country in the world.
exactly.
Yeah, literally. Go-
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
go-
the food is good. I forget because I've been living here for so long. If you're traveling out of England, the food is like fucking 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Compared to anything you can get in England.
This is just like a basic guide. Obviously, if you've been to Japan a bunch, you would
Yeah.
fucking know this shit. You
Yeah.
do whatever you want. But this
Yeah.
is for the boys and girls out there who are coming to Japan for the first
Yeah.
time. What
Yeah.
a good time.
yeah, first
Expect
time.
everywhere you go to have the most 10 out of 10 food because
Yeah.
you will have the most 10 out of 10 food.
And learn go do karaoke. Just go.
Speaking of Nomi Hodai.
Yeah, speaking of nomi hodai, you will definitely need to know that word for karaoke because basically every karaoke has nomi hodai. And I don't know why you'd want to do karaoke sober. Maybe you do. Maybe you have a great singing voice. I don't. I need to be drunk to sing, okay?
It will probably be a bit awkward because they don't have like any English help.
Yeah.
Getting it. Just I mean, you'll be fine.
I'm sure they used to foreigners.
Just say,
going
yeah,
to
just
it.
say hold up the number of hours you want in your
Yeah.
hands,
Yeah.
and then say nomi hodai, and they'll tell you a price, and then you just say yes.
And I
Yeah.
feel there's like a weird, I guess, like stereotype of like this karaoke culture outside of Japan because I think when most people think of karaoke, they think of like open mic, like on a stage and stuff like that, which
yeah,
is
yeah.
like I'm not for that. I think
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's kind of cringe. Because I.
I love it, dude. I love it. What are you on about?
I don't know. I
love
can't
that.
do it. I like
Tequila.
I like singing in front of my friends and people I know in a room because that's fun. Like we can all hang out and stuff. But
The reason I'm not really a fan of like the open mic karaoke
I love it.
is because you only get 2 types of people that do it. It's either one, the fucking amazing singers who are basically auditioning for X Factor or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
the next day, or you just get the pissheads who just
Just
murder
no.
your ears.
No.
Like
Okay, I am the last.
there
of
is
that.
no like the thing is there is no in between.
Yeah.
You either come out getting a free concert or you come out regretting the fact that you have ears.
Yeah,
There is like
there's
no
never,
in between.
There's never a moment where like someone finishes singing and you're like, hey, that was okay.
yeah.
I think I like karaoke. There's karaoke bars in Japan where you can sing with everyone else. I love them. They're so fun.
Because I remember
Everyone gets involved. Everyone in the bar like gets hyped.
Yeah, but like you can do that with like a small crowd in a karaoke room, right?
Yeah, but
In
what if you
Japan,
just want to like meet some random Japanese people? Those things pretty fun.
yeah, I mean, but I feel there's better ways to meet Japanese
Yeah.
people than a fucking open mic karaoke. You know?
No, it's the best way. It's the
But
best.
like I remember because I never really thought about it because in my head karaoke was always the Japanese style karaoke
Yeah.
like in a room, right? So like I remember when Felix came to Japan and I really wanted to take him to a karaoke. In his head he was like, no, I don't want to go to karaoke. And I'm
Yeah.
like, why? And he's like, because he thought about the open mic shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, I don't want to do that. And I'm like, oh, my poor, sweet, innocent child. You don't know what real karaoke is like. And I took him. Connor was there.
Yeah.
I went with Dave as well from Boiis Band.
Yeah.
And he was like, that's the most fun that he's ever had in Japan. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I fucking told you.
Yeah, it's
fun.
honestly like one of the funnest things you
That
can
one had a
do in
sick view as
Japan.
well.
I feel
Yeah.
like because I think the thing about Japanese karaoke is that the song selection is fucking godly. You want to sing anime songs? Of course you want to sing anime songs. You have all the anime songs at your disposal. But if you can't sing the Nihongo, then you got basically every major song from England and
Yeah, you just
America.
pick up the tablet and there'll be
Yeah.
foreign songs or something.
Yeah,
or English
yeah.
option.
You can sing like Korean songs and Chinese songs
Yeah.
as well.
I think the Japanese karaoke has a better selection of English songs than English karaoke in England.
I think so.
It's insane, right?
Yeah.
Like it's one of the funnest experiences you can do with your mates.
Oh, you can also get costumes.
Oh, yeah, you
Oh
can.
yeah, we did that when
Yeah.
we first came to Japan, didn't we?
I
You can
remember
go
that.
down to the first floor. You'll know it's a karaoke building, so it'll look like something out of Cyberpunk outside. They always have the neon signs or the really
Yeah.
bright signs.
Yeah,
They're
it's
massive.
If you
They're
see
like 7
neon
floors.
if you see neon signs, it's going to be pachinko or karaoke, and
and the inside looks like a palace. Oh, so there's pachinko. They all look like a palace inside.
Yeah,
They
go into the building. If your ears are bleeding, it's probably a pachinko.
Yeah.
If it's not bleeding, it's probably karaoke.
yeah, because karaoke is actually soundproof and got
Yeah.
it's actually
all
soundproofing.
the pachinko buildings have tinted windows, so you can't see in.
Yeah.
So they're like
Oh,
frosted.
But you'll know it's a pachinko building because when someone enters it and the doors open, you can
Yeah.
hear that shit from a mile away.
Yeah, and like I feel like do the karaoke's if they want to sing anime songs or Japanese songs, do they have like a function in a lot of karaoke's now that where it actually spells it out, not in like katakana, but in
There's some,
English?
Some of them.
to it.
Okay.
It's super rare there, and the selection is super limited.
You're better
Okay.
off just like looking up the English lyrics on your
Yeah.
phone.
That's
I
true.
think.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
But but they have like TV sizes where they actually play like the visuals and stuff, which is pretty dope.
My favorite things is seeing what kind of music videos they play with your songs that you sing during karaoke, because it's like I don't know.
Karaoke videos are my favorite.
Who films that? Who I like? Okay,
I think
so,
it's the same people who make the bowling animations.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Must be.
so like if you've never been to like a Asian karaoke, a lot of the music videos, it's basically like the equivalent of a stock image, just with music videos, right? So you'll have like this random, I don't know. My favorite ones is where
It's the white guy at the bar.
it's the one. Yeah, you know the one I mean.
It's just like a sad
It's
dude
just
at a
such
bar.
It's like
this
a
is such
sad-
specific reference that only like one person will
Because it
get.
appears like every 4 songs.
Yeah, or it's like every Queen song is just like these 5 people just dancing on a dance floor in this empty bar, and it looks like the saddest fucking party
like
of
a
all
school
time.
prom.
Yeah, right.
It's my favorite. I love it.
Yeah, I don't know what company fucking filmed this karaoke music
It's all
videos.
British, I think.
Is
That's
it?
the
It all
thing,
looks
because
like
it's
from
it's
the
not
UK.
Asian people. It's all like either British or American people that
Yeah.
I see. It's so weird. That's a really interesting topic. I would actually want to know who actually filmed these. Who made these? Who actually made these?
Could ask Joy Sound or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Where
Yeah.
are these videos?
Can you link me to the video?
Because they look like they're filmed in like the 90s.
Yeah,
they're really old.
Yeah,
or
because
they're
most of them are
2000s.
still on like a 4:3 aspect
Yeah.
ratio. Right?
Yeah. You
Best.
Yeah, you know you've like picked like a good song or a popular song when they have like the actual music video. You're like, oh, we're singing good today, boys. We're
Well,
singing
most
good
of the time
today.
when you're selecting the song, it says if it comes with the actual music video.
Yeah,
And if
true.
it doesn't, then you're gonna probably get a white guy at a bar.
Yeah, because the saddest thing is when you select like a banger song or something, and you're like, I'm ready, and then you hear like a MIDI track, and you're like, oh, no. Oh,
It's always
no.
MIDI.
Yeah,
It's
they're all
like
MIDI.
like it has like a fucking banger like guitar riff or something, and it's just like
It's like the worst MIDI sounding guitar ever. It's like me, me, me. But it's fun.
But no, karaoke's great, especially with your mates, and it's a great it's a great way to just open up with your mates, because normally you go to a karaoke bar and you don't really want to sing because you don't want to embarrass yourself in front of strangers. But with Japanese karaoke, you can just embarrass yourself in front of your mates equally.
Yeah.
And it's a hell of a fun time.